Okay, this is the two-bedroom flat, about 1,100 square feet that I have for rent in Middle Sackville. The front yard is quite nice and spacious, lots of trees. Front yard would be the area that the tenant would use for their own use. I own this little house next door as well. That's a rental property. I have a long-term tenant there, and he does use this walkway, so the new tenant would have to understand that there's going to be a person or two walking by here from time to time. It's a shared driveway. I'm hoping to find a tenant with no more than one car, and I do have a couple of motorcycles, one right there and one in that shed, so unfortunately there's no shed space available to the tenant, but it's a pretty big driveway. And my tenant next door tends to keep his vehicles on this side, the left-hand side, and the new tenant would have to be parking here. If need be, I will use street parking, and the tenant can park here and be able to come and go free and clear. The only problem with that is the winter time. We would have to, during storm days, we would have to coordinate to park both vehicles in the driveway. That's my garden in the back. The backyard would be, I live in the basement, so the backyard is sort of my little domain. And I will be spending a lot of time out there, so any new tenant has to be appreciative of that. We're going to have to get to know each other a little bit, because we're going to see each other fairly often. Again, it's about 1,100 square feet. Now, there's a lot of stuff still left in here, some of which could stay for the new tenant, like that couch, for instance. It's got some cat damage, but if anybody needed a couch, it could stay. But again, everything can go if need be, if the new tenant has all their own furniture. These plants, some of these plants could stay, but if the tenant doesn't want them, no problem. I'll get rid of them. The house is wired for a good stereo system, and there's two speakers, two Bose 301s that I'm willing to leave there, already wired into the wall. But there are wires there that would be a normal place for a entertainment center. And there's speaker stands up on the walls, so anybody that's interested in having a nice entertainment system, that would be the perfect spot to put it. And there's access to speaker wires and speakers. The price is $11.50 a month, but that includes everything. It includes heat, lights, hot water, cable TV, snow clearing. I do the groundskeeping, so it's a perfect opportunity for somebody that doesn't want to do that kind of stuff. And here's the kitchen. Obviously, fridge and stove go with it, and there's no room for a dishwasher. If somebody is really intent on a dishwasher, it's not going to work. There's just no room for it. This is the 300 square foot deck that the new tenant would have access to, to use for your own use. But again, here's my little garden and my area where I sit quite often. So, the new tenant would have to get used to the idea of seeing somebody on a fairly regular basis. Although I do travel a fair bit, and I do share my garden riches with my neighbors as well. That blue tarp is there just to give a little more privacy to the deck here, because there's a deck on the other house next door, and it just kind of gives us a little bit more privacy. The same kind of thing could be done here if need be. Some sort of covering could be put on that to give just a little bit more privacy here as well. And this was originally a bedroom, but I had it renovated years ago and took the bedroom out, so it brought in so much more light in here. It's really nice and bright and cheery. Those are real hardwood floors, number one hardwood floors. The other floors are laminate flooring, but they're fairly new. The washroom is here. New sink and taps went in there recently. Bathroom's been done over, and I'm still working on some of the cleaning. My girlfriend, as luck would have it, is a retired professional cleaner, and she's been helping me get the cleaning done very, very well, but she's not completely finished as of yet. This is the master bedroom here, and that mirror would stay there, and the spare bedroom is here. And again, I think we're talking about 1,100 square feet in total. And the laundry facilities are shared downstairs, so we would have to, this door here, that's the other exit and entrance. There are a number of paintings that could stay too. My dad was an oil painter, and I happen to have scads of them, so if somebody had wall space to cover, that would be fine. And this is where the washer and dryer are, right here, so the tenant would have access to that. The only caveat being, if I'm home, I would prefer that the tenant just maybe send me a text or give me a call, let me know you're coming down to do laundry, or if I'm not home, the tenant would have access to the laundry facilities 24/7. Now, if for some reason a new tenant had access to a laundry facility at a relative's place close by, I've already talked to one person that has that, I would drop the rent to $1,100 a month for not providing laundry services. I think that's about it. Hopeful that any potential tenant will watch this video. Again, I'm very much keen to try and find the right tenant or tenants. Would really prefer to have no more than 2 people, because it's just, a little bit too crowded and too noisy with more than that. It is cat friendly. I would consider an indoor cat. I'm afraid dogs. I've had dogs before, and I've had really bad experiences because when I do the lawn clearing and maintenance and stuff like that, I haven't been able to find anybody yet that actually cleans up after their dog. And the barking and the noise can be troublesome for me as well. So no dogs allowed, unfortunately. Anyway, my name's Dave. I look forward to any future conversations on a possible rental of this 2-bedroom flat here in Middle Sackville. Thank you.